Visit moosemediamanagement.com. Straight from the moose's mouth, you really can't go wrong. We'll help you skyrocket your social media with tips and tricks that you'll really love. From Facebook to Twitter to Instagram and more, Moose has what you're looking for.
Absolutely delighted to have Mubarak Chati with us from One Events Media. We've been working closely with Mubarak for a little while now here at Moose. It's been a great journey that we've been on. We've had lots of sort of close dealings with his social media, with a lot of the events that he's putting on. But what I wanted to do today was to get him into Monday Moose and let him sort of tell you about all the exciting things he's got coming up in terms of the E3 Expo, the E3 Awards, and go from there and give you a little bit of insight into all the work that goes into that. So, Mubarak, over to you, really. What sort of, what have you got coming up anyway? Give us a bit of insight into that, first of all.
Well, the two big events are the regional events and Northwest events. And the E3 Business Expo, which is taking place on the 5th of April at the Macron Stadium. And then you've got the awards, which are again Northwest based, on the 13th of July. But in between them, we have small networking events. So there's one, for example, this week on Wednesday in Blackburn. And these are small events, just really to get out there, get people to come along, do some speed networking, and try to find new clients, potential new suppliers. But the two big ones for us throughout the year is the Expo and the awards. And E3 is a very strong brand because it's about businesses that show real investment in enterprise, education and employment. And that's where the E3 comes from. And the Expo we launched last year, and we're looking forward to it happening again in 2 weeks' time. And we've actually sent a newsletter out today as well. And we've got 421 businesses registered, and that's already increased because of the newsletter. But out of the 421, 86% are key decision makers. So the Expo for us is all about quality. It's making sure that the right sort of people come through the doors. We're not interested in having thousands and thousands of people, because it's about the exhibitors being right, the visitors being right. And at the end of the day, if there's a relationship that can be established between the exhibitors and the visitors, and they have a long-term relationship, and business gets done, and they get a return on investment, that's brilliant for us.
Yeah. And I think that was certainly the key for us, having experienced the Expo last year, and weighing up our decisions about what we were going to do marketing-wise for Moose this year. I think we looked back at that. We looked at not just the quantity, because we were run off our feet last year, despite what you say about quality and quantity. We were run off our feet, but also, we did have... we were able to build relationships with sort of, like you say, decision makers who were able to progress that relationship with and move into sort of either being clients or taking up some training, or at least just widening our network at Moose. So when it came to making our decision going forward, it was good for us to sort of build our relationship with the E3 Expo, and I think for you guys out there having a look at where you should attend, it's definitely one that should be up there on your list. It's hyper organised. It's hyper organised. Well, just between me and you, don't tell me about anything. Hyper organised, brilliantly segmented into the right people in the right room for you, and there's a lot of goodwill out there for E3 and the work that they do across the Northwest, and you'll see that on the day if you come down to the Macron for it. So we're delighted to be involved. That's sort of the first sort of big step, isn't it?
Yeah.
But on top of that, you've got the awards, which is the other sort of stage posting event of the year for E3. Tell us a bit more about that, where we're up to in the sort of schedule of it and how it all works.
Well, the awards were launched back in 2013. We're now in our 5th year, and the nominations are open. There's 18 award categories in total. It's free to apply for the awards. The deadline for nominations is midnight, Wednesday the 19th of April. Now, what's different about the awards? One is obviously it is Northwest wide. There are a lot of local awards, which are very good awards, and we encourage everybody to apply for all the awards that are out there. Make sure it obviously sits well with your corporate objectives. And there's also sector-specific awards that operate regionally, but there's nothing generally for business-to-business awards across the Northwest. We saw the gap, we launched it, we've tried to plug the gap, and there's still nobody else doing it. So the awards have been running for 4 years. 2017 will be our 5th year. In terms of what we do differently with the awards is we'll produce video filming for all the finalists, so they get played on a night. So it's like a 30-40 second fame for you, a bit like being at the Oscars. So you're sitting there, you've got 500 businesses there, and they're all getting to see who you are, what you do. Because we're strong believers, whether it's the expo, whether it's the awards, whether it's the networking events, it's about the business. And all the emphasis and all the efforts and the resources is put behind making sure the return on investment takes place. So even if you're a finalist, then you'll get exposure. We get 3.1 million Twitter reach with Graham on board and Moose Media this year. We're hoping to get 5 million. I'm not saying this on air to get him to commit to that target. But we've got 21,000 YouTube views. And it's the business that gets done with the videos. There's also professional photography. We'll have marketing literature. So for the finalists, it's all free. If they get shortlisted, the exposure that they get across the Northwest, it's definitely worth having. One of the things I didn't mention about the expo is, again, we're doing differently, is we've got 18,018 pounds. That's 18,018 pounds worth of show offers for visitors. So that's, again, something that we do differently. And it's all about the business. So whatever we do, whether it's you're coming along to a free networking event, whether you're coming along to visit or exhibit or sponsor the awards or apply for the awards, it's about you and keeping you at the forefront in our strategy.
Perfect. I can't really sum it up better than that, really. I mean, what I would say is if you've come across E3 Awards or the E3 Expo before now and you were thinking, well, should we attend, should we exhibit, or should we submit a nomination for an award, I can wholeheartedly give my support to the work that Mubarak does and the E3 organisation as a whole, because yes, he's just said there it is all about the business, but Mubarak works tirelessly really to try and work for you to get your return on your investment. So you're putting your investment in good hands there. So that's my endorsement for what it's worth. Take that on board, but I'm delighted that we've had Mubarak here to tell us all that's going on really. Check it out, we'll put some details on somewhere, and you can log in and check out what it's all about.
Thank you very much, Graham. And naturally, I mean, I'm really passionate about what we do. I don't want to take too much airtime. But if you are free on the 5th of April, come along and visit the expo. There's 6 seminars, 3 great networking events. There's going to be around 70 exhibitors, and there's £18,000 worth of show offers. So come along and visit. If you've got time on your hands and you want to get a profile in the Northwest amongst the business community that's out there, why don't you apply for the awards? Deadline is midnight, 19th of April. Either we'll see you at the expo or we look forward to receiving a nomination.
Perfect. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much, Graham.
All right.
Visit MooseMediaManagement.com.